No, there's a song on this record called Running Out of Words. I love the whole expression, running out of words because we're running out of answers. There are so many things going on right now in the world. It's one of the craziest times ever. Some people choose to just not look at it. I understand. We really do need to look at what's going on. So talk to me about the words to this track, Running Out of Words.
Running out of words because I'm running out of answers.
When that song first came about, it was about a year and a half ago. Frankly, Dave Cruzen had just left the band once and for all, and we were abruptly left without a drummer at a time when we were expected to go back into the studio, and we were like, where do we turn? You know, he built a band with us. We have a chemistry. We have our, a friendship, a real bond together. And the way we work is we build up the music together. Even someone brings in a different piece, we really work it together. So it requires a real intimacy from someone to open themselves up to be able to create like that it can only come when you're on the road and spending a lot of time together. So we're like, what do we do? What do we do? We kind of felt like throwing in the towel, and that's in many ways where those lyrics came from. In a greater sense, also for me personally, it's a fight being in a band. It's a fight getting heard in the world today for a number of reasons, and then to the fact that what we're going through in the world the last few years have been an absolute clusterfuck. Let's say a whirlwind. We can probably edit that out. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to speak freely. It's who I am.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where they came from. I literally fell. I sat, in the other room from the studio. I'm running out of words, running out of answers. And, even the opening line, every day the week gets started, it felt like that. It's just going on and on. It's the same thing. And where am I going? And so I brought it to the band. I brought it to Brina first, and, they took it from there.
Well, may I also say, I experienced in bouncing ideas that there was also this idea of, because we were wondering, okay, is this the end of the band, and then you think about, okay, well, what do you do next, and thinking about work, and then you get into this headspace of getting up every day, and a lot of people go to work where they're not happy, and it's not as fulfilling, and, what is that kind of life? And it's then also thinking of the world in a bigger sense, like what kind of world are we living and creating for the kids, and what kind of future is your future, is their future? So I think there was the small part of it, but there was a big part of it of like, I wouldn't say the rat race, but sort of, like, okay, well, what is the meaning of your life? Are you getting up every morning? What are you doing with your life? Is it fulfilling? So I experienced that as also part of the lyrics. Yeah. When we were working on it.
Well, actually, it was interesting with the lyrics when I was working on them. And one of the lines, the line in there, which I really like, is, should have kept the children safe. Yeah. And it was originally, be sure, or sure to keep the children safe, something along those lines. And she's like, oh, should have kept the children safe. That's really good. And I was like, yeah, that's good. I like that too, Yeah. But it was reflecting on, frankly, over the previous few years during the lockdowns and COVID and stuff, how frankly we didn't do that great of a job of taking care of our kids. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's where that part came from.
Yeah. I always think of a lyric. There was a song title that always struck me. That was a hit in England only by a band called the Manic Street Preachers, called "If You Tolerate This, Your Children Will Be Next." I couldn't believe that came out in the 90s. I was like, wow.
Wait, what's the name of the band?
They're called the Manic Street Preachers. Yeah. They have an album called This Is My Truth, Tell Me Yours. So yeah, something worth checking out.
Running out of words because